Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn, part 17. Well, 17 and a half. We'll talk about that in a second. Of our Iron Teeth series. We're over here in our newest district, the Bourgeois, because one, the trees have started to replicate quite a bit, and it's filling this area out, and I love how it just kind of looks like it's here in the middle of a forest, because, well, it is. And two, look at that. 62, well, 61 will be. We were at 62. I've seen it get to 63. There's 62. If we speed up time, we might hit 63. Maybe. Yep, there's 63. Which 66 is the max. I thought it was 65, but it is 66. So we were just 3 away from maxing out well-being in this district. The only way I think we'd be able to do it would be to have no one over here working at all, but then that wouldn't work out very well, would it? Because then they wouldn't have anywhere to get food and water. But it's pretty cool. We do have a homeless beaver. I thought I had solved that problem. If we go into migrate, hello, migrate, there we go. I thought that this would do it, that we would be able to say, look, our max is 16 or our minimum is 16. And then after that, by having automatic immigration instead of immigration, why those words sound exactly the same. But by having that turned on, I thought they would just, like leave. I guess I was wrong. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to do that other than manually take one and send them elsewhere. So we're gonna actually send like 3 out of here. We've got, actually, let's go there. Yeah, that'll work. Well, we've got 4 more empty beds. Yeah, I really thought that was a thing that I could enable. But so the reason that this is 17 and a half is I had started recording, and they finished the floodgates, and so this began to flood, and that was happening while it was storming where I live, and the power blipped off for a brief second, but it was long enough to trip my battery backup, which puts my computer into low power mode, even though I've told it not to do that. Windows 11, what are you gonna do? In a low power mode, it doesn't give any power to the GPU, which GPU is what's used to encode for OBS. That caused OBS to crash and took out the audio. On top of that, I use NVIDIA noise removal on my microphone, and it crashed my mic. So yeah, that was fun. So this is filling up quite nicely, which means we can start the next phase of this project, which is actually 2 phases. One, they did finally get all the dynamite in right here, so we're gonna slow time down and we're gonna blast that out of here. This should help the water flow in even faster, maybe. I don't know if that's really a thing or not, but we're gonna pretend that it is. And then I think we're gonna be okay back here, even if the water gets too high. Everything that I've seen where people get the water to stay in, they build up on the sides so it can't flow out on the sides. Well, we're already built up higher than we need here. So I'm not going to worry about it. We are currently robbing the districts of water. Right now, that's okay. There's still 1/2 meter or more right here for the mangroves. The only thing it's really hurting is power. You can see these dudes are slowed to a trickle. And we are down a little bit on power. At night, it's fine. But that's part of what we're going to take care of today. We're going to do a few projects today. First and foremost is we're going to get in some floodgates. I don't know why I put that there. That is not where we want that. We want our floodgates. No, it is where I wanted that. Okay, actually, what I want to do is fill this with soil. Or terrain blocks, and then bring our big boy floodgates in here. Is that the size I want? That is the size I want. We want them wide open, and then we do have a stream gauge that we finished, so we are going to go into advanced. We're going to attach stream gauge. Though, is that stream gauge even working? Like, will it keep working as it gets flooded? I don't know. I think if you build them after the water is a certain depth, it's fine. But then if it floods deeper, they're not fine. I'm not 100% certain on how that works. Yes, I realize we have flooding happening. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it right now. So, contamination low threshold would say 5% because that's a safe amount. And when it's below that, we want them at 4.5. Contamination high, 6%. We want them wide open so that all the contamination flows out that way. And then on these, we can go ahead, even though they're not built, and attach a stream gauge. So same thing, but in reverse. So when the contamination is below 5%, here we go. 5. Come on, one more. There we go. They're wide open. When the contamination is above that, they're going to close. And the reason being is we don't want any bad water to get back here. That would be not so good. And is the water? It's just hard to tell if it's even flowing now because it's all up to like the same level. It is definitely filling up. I'm kind of surprised at how little irrigation it actually provides out to the sides. I was truly and well shocked by that. But I don't think we're ever gonna get water down in here. We might. Well, yeah, because it still has. Gosh, it still has quite a ways to go. So yeah, we'll fill up. My goal is to fill up right to the edge. Maybe we'll do 4 meters instead. It's going to take so long. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm really worried that this is going to stop working if it gets flooded. Because I built it when it was like 2.5, so it made it 3 meters tall. Because you can see that it's not even reporting that it's okay now. Flooded buildings. Hey, that'll be fine. That'll sort itself out in time. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, it is underwater, though. I guess the end of it is just sticking out. So maybe it's okay. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, we need to build some floodgates. And to get that done, we're going to need a way for them to get across here. So we're just going to do this right here, and this will be fine. And that will get them across right there. Cool. And then they'll be able to build all the floodgates. The other part of this is I also want this to be a place for some batteries. And quite a few batteries at that. But before I do that, I want to ensure that everything, hello autosave, is at its maximum depth just to the other side of the wall. So what I'm going to do is bring this back, and then what I want to count here is how many we have. I don't have to, oh, there goes my phone, great. Let's just mute that. There we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that'll give me 10 going this way of our batteries. I think that'll be enough. So we can delete starting with that one. I really do think 10 will be enough going one direction, and then we're going to do 10 more going this way. So we can count that out going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I think that will be sufficient. I really don't foresee us needing more than that. What we do need, however, is a way to get the power connected here. And I think the answer here is going to be a vertical. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the little cap. I need one of these. Yeah, one of these. Here we go. So we need that to go up there, and then this here. And then maybe one more. We'll see. What we have to do, first of all, is get the beavers over here to be able to even build that. Thankfully, that's as easy as doing this. Just like that. And then I need to get it up. So if we get this to go up here, and then there and there and there, they'll be able to build that. Actually, I don't even need to do that one. They'll be able to build this because they're right next to it. That won't be an issue. What will be an issue is down here where we get all of this connected. So we're going to go down like that. And then we're going to once again come into one of these shafts. Go like that. Get that connected that way. Get this connected this way. And then just run a straight shaft between them. So I'm not sure, we have to figure out how we're going to get them up here, and it looks like we'll just use some stairs and we'll be okay. Pretty sure that'll get us where we need to go. Yeah, this should just work. I don't think I'll have to do anything weird to be able to get them into all these places. And oh my goodness, they've nearly laid all this dynamite already. It's unreal. Granted, they can't do a whole lot over here. So is this gonna flood now? No, okay, that's fine there. It's over there that we had flooding earlier. So we are starting to get up to this next level here, which will fill in down here. So yeah, we will actually get water there. We're gonna fill up this whole thing. I mean, we'll have like these high spots. Ideally, it's gonna come within half a meter, like right there. Is what we'll be looking at in the end. And now we're starting to see on this side, at least, where the water's like right there, we're starting to see that irrigation come into play. And over here, I don't know if it'll happen back here because I don't know how high we're gonna get. Well, we will get up to there, so it might. It should cover all of that eventually. I do want to check water not flowing off the map, water not flowing off the map. We're just now at the same level as that, so it's going to be now as it gets up above this that we want to check and make sure is okay. By the way, if you're wondering why there's water here, I was testing using dev tools that are really easy to turn on. It's literally Shift Alt Z and boom, you're in dev tools, and then you can go here and you can add water sources, bad water sources. Basically, a lot of your map building stuff is here, and there's all kinds of other stuff you can do with dev tools as well. Just be careful because they are rather powerful. There we go. Cool. So yeah, use it at your own peril, I guess. Yeah. So we want to blast all of that, and this, and all of these, and then we want to clear this. They haven't quite got that done yet, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep blasting until it tells me that we can't blast anymore. And I'm just going to use 3s. I'm not going to bother calculating it now. I'm just going to keep putting level 3 dynamite. Oh, that was neat. The autosave helped that to happen over there, wasn't it? Yeah, that was just fantastic. Cool. So we will turn the water back on. And now that should flow in there even easier because it has this little gap back here. So let's speed things up and kind of keep an eye on both our floodgate over here as well as the explosive place. Man, look at that flowing down there. It's so super fast. That's unreal. Over here, it's just kind of... Actually, it looks like it's flowing back out because of that. Yeah, this side it's flowing back out. That's crazy. But once the levels equalize up to here, this will slow down and it will resume normal flooding. So yeah, we just want to kind of keep an eye on the dynamite for some blasting so we can get some batteries up here on this wall. And then we'll do some other power things as well. All right, so we're ready for our next round of blasting. So that will commence. Lots of booms, lots of single booms. But overall, many, many, many booms. And I love it. They did dynamite so well in this game. So can we go any deeper here? Cannot be built at the bottom. Cannot be built at the bottom. cannot be built at the bottom. So that's as deep as that goes. So now we know that that's a 1, that's a 2, and these are all 3s. And then that'll be the final round of blasting there. So that means we can delete here and start building gravity batteries. These aren't going to be, I have built as high as you can go with terrain, which is 20 blocks above the ground, the base level. And then on top of that, you can build, I want to say it's 2 more triples and then a single on top. So if you get it all the way up there, you get the gravity battery up there and it's going all the way down to the bottom, they can hold 62,000 HP. We're not going to get that here, and I'm okay with that. I think it'll be fine. So this district should start on a battery, while this district should finish with the explosives as well as working on these gates. The gates are a little bit slower going because of the fact they have to build out the walkway as they go. I'd like to get rid of that. Why is it? Oh, it's because I've got the wrong tool selected. There we go. So yeah, you can see they've got to build the platforms, then they can reach the next gate, and so on and so forth, until they've gotten where we need them to be. But we're ready for our final blast of dynamite. And they did indeed get all of those power shafts built, so that's fantastic. And then we can delete 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think I just realized my mistake. I've made a mistake. I have made a mistake. This does not need to be there. This needs to be... No, it does need to be there. Yeah, I did. I made a mistake when I counted. I put one right on the corner, and I don't need to have done that. I need to do this way. So we do need to come out one more each direction, because we did not account for that. So we'll do that. We'll fix this, and we'll get this cleaned up. And there is our first explosion, and that only needs to go... No, it still needs to go down 3, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe even 4. So get that right there. And I think this one's going to be just 3 twice. What I can do is pause real quick and then put this right next to it. Yeah, so that's just a 3. Whereas this is definitely going to be a 6. But we can detonate that one and get another one ready to go over there. Cool, yeah. And this will give us the space that we need. They've got that built. They are working on all this, but they're saying that's too far from the district. However, we can solve that problem by getting rid of those stairs. And now they can just walk up to that. I already know that they can't do anything with the planks and logs. I had to delete the 1 power shaft that was right there because, well, it blocked access here. So that was a bit of a problem, but now they can reach up to that from the ground. And then we are ready to get going here. They're saying no more storage available, so yay. Let's get gravity batteries started, shall we? Oh, that needs to come out even 1 more. Okay. All right. So we blast a little bit more. We're learning. It's process sometimes. There we go. So then we need a power shaft there to connect those two. I didn't think about the gap on the corner. So yeah, they will get that going. They will get this dynamite placed, which they kind of already have. They just haven't done anything with it yet. We only have 3 beds across all the districts, and we've got 13 homeless beavers. Where are they? They're here. Man, I just paused a bunch of these. I hate to keep pausing them and unpausing them. But until I find that magic number of where they need to be, that's what we're stuck with. And over here, we've got 7, which I paused. I thought I paused a lot of these over here. I guess I did not. But I don't want homeless beavers. They bring our well-being down. By a pretty significant chunk, too. Shelter is important to the beavers. So if I leave... That would leave me with a couple still if I do all of them around the perimeter. Cool. But yeah, if we go in here and take a look, actually, let's go in here and take a look and find one of the beavers with a lower well-being. Like, I bet this dude. Are you homeless? No, you're not homeless. But you can see shelter +1. It's important. There we go. There's this dude. Shelter, because he doesn't have it, -3. So, big impact on well-being that we don't want. Granted, you know, it only impacts that one beaver as far as, you know, longevity and work speed and all that. But I still like to have the average up nice and high. So that's why I worry about it. So then we can blast that out of here. And then we can blast this one out of here. And then we'll have one more that we have to do right there. And then we should be good to go. And they have this all done. And even though it's not necessary, I like to get rid of the scaffolding when we're done. Just because, you know, it was temporary. Scaffolding's not meant to stay up forever. And then we can also get rid of this path. We will not need it any longer. So we'll clean that up. And then how much higher? Oh, the water's almost. It's within just under half a meter of where we want it to be before it starts flooding back out this way. Is the water running off the map? No, it is still coming in despite the fact that it is clearly higher. Mostly higher than the top of those rocks. Maybe not. But it looks like it is. So hopefully we'll see this continue to flood back here. Yep, there it goes. I was about to say it looks like it's moving, and sure enough. Yeah, there we go. We are starting to cover up all those edges. And then we just have basically a half meter to go. And we'll be set. Oh my gosh, I've already got a battery done. It holds 26,000, so well under half of what is possible, but that's okay. And that's totally fine. So, wow, they are quick. So this is going to be just a matter of doing batteries and all of that. But while we're waiting, I am going to slow things down because I want to come over here. I've talked about this a couple times and just never did it. Of getting in a couple large water wheels back here to take advantage of the flow that we get during a bad tide. I think that we should definitely take advantage of that. How we're going to get it all built, though, is a good question. Because we need to get them over to here. Let's see how we can do it. So we'll put that in right there. We will connect this path. Oh, is that up higher? Oh, so it is. All right, not a big deal. Temporary set of stairs right there. And then we can get them to walk in over here. We will have to help them a little bit right here. But then on this, we just run this straight across. And then run this down, for now, all the way out. I don't know how many we're going to build. Probably, you know what? I'm going to build as many as I can fit in here, leaving a little bit of a gap between. So, like, if we leave a gap of 2, I think that will be sufficient. I cannot place them where there is a walkway, or a path, I should say. So we will need to get rid of that and reorient these stairs, because they are going to still need to be able to get up there. There we go. And then we may as well just get rid of the rubble while we're here. Awesome. Cool, cool. So then on this side, we need another levee. And I use levees. I could use dirt blocks. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. They both will get the job done. But you want to kind of slow the water down as it approaches the water wheel, so that it's coming through there a little faster. Oops, not dams. Dams will not work. I just can't stack them. And do we want to do like right on the edge like that? I don't think so. I think what we have will suffice. So cool. Now I need to come in here so that the power can actually, you know, go somewhere. Because otherwise, what was the point of all of this? This one, I think they'll be able to reach. If not, we'll deal with it. And then we need that. there. We didn't want to do it. And we need that right there. And then here we need to bring a T-junction, but going that way. And then these are all just straight bits like that. And then what we want to do is change our priority on the power shafts so they don't build those first, because we want them to be able to get up to where the wheels are being built. Though it looks like they'd probably be able to anyway. But oh well, at least we have this now so that they can get that built. And then we just need to run a really long connection over to our power grid. And I do mean long, so it's pretty far away. We have to go through this weird little blasting zone here, and then all the way to here. Like I said, it's really far away. We'll go ahead and stick with a quad there just because, but here we can just like turn the corner and that'll be fine. And then here, just straight shots all the way down. I don't really foresee there being anything else out here anytime ever. So we're just gonna straight shot it like that. Cool. So that gives them a project to work on here, as well as projects to work on up here, though these may get neglected potentially. So what I may want to do is bump up the priority of this. You know what? We'll just see how it works out. So yeah, lots to do. We're gonna speed through here. You'll see me occasionally change the display a little bit as we get different things done. So is water is indeed still flowing that direction, and we could probably check that with our stream gauge. Yeah, very slowly, but it is still flowing, and we can see it's flowing in right here. You just barely see. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see. There we go. That way you can see it. Water is still flowing into there to fill this up. So we should hopefully reach this half-meter mark. I'm going to do just one thing here real quick. I'm going to throw that in right there. That way we can see how deep the water is there and know how much farther we have to go. It looks like it's just now at maybe a tenth, maybe 15, but not anywhere close to where we need it to be. So yeah, let's get some power stuff built. So interestingly enough, we've reached over half a meter, but I do not see water coming through back here. And who knows how deep it really is. Just no telling. There it comes, finally. All right, so this took 12 days to fill because it was on day 2 that I started the last recording. But we now once again have water flowing into the district, and that's good because now that this is full, during a drought it will drop some, but we're gonna leave this open as is during droughts. It's only during bad tides it's gonna change. So my hope is that during a drought we can get this to kind of work a little bit better. In fact, I'm wondering, I'm kind of curious if it wouldn't pay to even have, like during a drought, lower this by a meter and just leave this wide open so that we get some water flowing out. That's not a bad idea. And then just use our basics for droughts here. But then I would also have to change it for bad tide endings. And I wouldn't want to override my bad tide. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, to be honest. Since my stream gauge currently only displays that little bit. So we got up to 4.69. Nice. Right here at our greatest depth before the water started flowing back into the district. And it's flowing as if nothing had changed. Like, I mean, everything is right back to where we were. Everything's flowing at the same speed, at the same, you know, depths, we're looking good. So all this did was, you know, like I said, many videos ago when we first talked about doing this, the reservoir part of this is kind of pointless. The batteries are handy, but the reservoir part of this is, yeah, it's just pointless. Now, this over here, this will be very good during a bad tide. It will flow probably about as... Actually, no, it will go better than this because it's not a bad tide source like this is. This is just the flow of the river. So that will help significantly. We could do something similar over here, but we're already so deep in a canyon, it would just be a bit challenging to make that work. So I don't think we need to worry about that, especially now that we've got, well, we did have plenty of power. It's ebbing and flowing. I don't quite see why. Ah, it had reached the max here. That's weird that it flowed out and then stopped. It's like it drained below to keep flowing here, and that's not how it's supposed to work. Yeah, we'll definitely need to keep our eye over here and see what's what, because this should just continue to flow regardless, because it has water flowing in. Maybe it needed time to fill in back all of this and everything too. Maybe this had all gotten a little low, because this, though it didn't get that low, if it had gotten that low, this would have all dried out. Yes, I'm not 100% certain on what's happening there. I love the way this looks with the manicured trees that are planted in rows, and then just kind of the forest around it. And I like that they're growing in clusters, though this poor oak over here is never going to do anything because, well, it can't, because there's nowhere for it to go. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that, and then the pines and this oak can drop, maybe when that one gets big enough. I think they have to be within a certain distance of free space. I'm not 100% certain, but you can see that one just never did anything over here in the corner. But I like, you know, we planted only like 2 birches, but look, it's already expanded out into several others. And then back here, all of this is starting to fill in nicely with oak and with pine, and that will eventually work its way down this ridge. It'll just take a while to happen, but overall I'm very pleased with the result. I'm also very pleased with the fact that these guys stay pretty freaking happy. 10 points above the district averages, or the district's averages. I'm not sure how to say that, but yeah. So back to building batteries and getting all of this done over here. We've only got 2 more wheels there, and then this big run here. So what I may do is, now we'll just, no, I do want to go ahead and get at least 2 more of these built here so that we can get connected to the power grid. Then these aren't just sitting here being useless. So we can come down here and change the priority on this stuff now back to normal, because they've gotten everything else built out and they can walk under a lot of this. This one needs to be highest priority though, so they can walk up and around and not get trapped, because you know the beavers, they will indeed find a way to get trapped. There are stairs down to here. I just don't know if they're going to be able to reach that once the rest of this is done. But in the morning they should come build that one out right here. Let's just kind of take a peek and see if there's anything that we need to do over here come morning. So it's morning, and can they reach this one? It says they can. So what I'm going to do is prioritize that, because I think if they build that, they won't be able to. So we'll prioritize that one. Hopefully they're not on their way to build this one up. Ha ha ha, gotcha. We're gonna pause that one and let this get built. It'll get built here pretty doggone quick. Yeah, there we go. And now we can unpause that one. And then once that's done, all of these will be connected into the power network as well. So they should run right back out here and finish that. Yeah, cool. So we've got this all connected now. A drought just began, which is fine. We were expecting droughts. We're okay with droughts. So we need to get another one of these on the go. And then how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. That's 10. That is the end. Okay, so I did blast one too many. It's fine. So yeah, we're looking good. 26,000 in all of these, and you can see, not a moment too soon, they are in use. They can dip down into the water. It won't hurt anything. If that was the case, this would only be showing like 6,000, not even that. So it's fine. So we just have to finish up this side now. We've got 4. They're working on the 5th one, and it will be done in the morning without any issue whatsoever. And I'm kind of digging reservoir. Look how deep it is, and look at how far out it is providing irrigation. Like even down here, this was all just blah gray, and now it is beautiful green lush area. Sad that all these trees are dead, but we could always plant more if we wanted to. We've figured out how to do that. We know what to do, but we're not going to. This is all just here, not as usable space for the water. We're not even going to pump any of this water. We're just going to leave it sit up here. We could open that up though and let water through during the drought, but I'm not sure how to do that with the floodgates. If you know, by all means, feel free to tell me in the comments how to set that up. Like what to do to make this stay open and this to lower by a meter, but only during droughts. And then make sure that it's reset properly during a bad tide. And then when a bad tide ends, it goes back to the right elevation, because that's the part I'm a little bit worried about. I'm just not sure how to get those two things to work into conjunction. Oh my goodness, they're so fast. So that's number 5. There's number 6. So we will back off the path just a little bit more, because they can walk up to 10 away. That's perfect. So cool. They've got these 4 more to go, and look at that. That one's already like, yep, I'm needed. And then we'll probably need to build some more water wheels or engines, one of the two. My gosh, we have 17 homeless beavers now. What is going on? It's not over here. Is it over here? Yeah, okay, so I guess we just pause all of these for now, because that's just kind of nuts. I know they're living longer and all that good stuff, but still, that's just kind of nuts. So I do have all of the advanced breeding pods paused over here now, right? No. Where's this one? Where even is that? Ah, haha, there's some hiding there. So now they should all be paused, yeah. 22 of them, they're all paused. Well, interestingly enough, we did not prioritize those by haulers. And then over in this district, we should still be fine on our population, yeah? No. It's getting close again. With just 1 breeding pod. Yeah, that's something I would like to figure out, is how I can set this to automatically send people over when they hit the 17th one. They just kick them out. I don't know if that is a thing. It seems like that in the immigration menu, we would need a maximum instead of just a minimum. And I don't know how to do that. Wait, what does this button do? Oh, I see. It just changes up here who's in and who's out. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But right now it's okay. We've got that 1 empty bed. As long as it stays 1 empty bed, then whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, my theory is holding right on these trees, because these pines that were planted and are still marked to be planted, you can tell because of the dirt underneath them. They have yet to replicate, but everywhere else, all the trees are growing like crazy. Oh, I've got little empty spots here. Neat. Let's put something there. I mean, they've got a few supplies over here, so we may as well. Let's do. What don't we have nearby? Do we have these nearby? Kind of, but we'll repeat them. There we go. Oh, but they don't have metal blocks. They only have logs, planks, and gears. So we would have to add another storage for metal blocks somehow. Which there's nowhere to put it. They have... no, there is. There's a spot right here. There we go. A small industrial pile like that, and make that metal blocks, and then make that a priority. Because that's just a couple logs. It won't be a big deal. It won't take away... Never mind, they're not working on batteries right now anyway. So it's fine. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, cool. And then we're just gonna use priority for these. So lowest, next lowest, high, done. That way they don't build the one out here first and then not be able to get to these. That should enable them to build them in order. Should. Hopefully. So why is this one? Did that one just get constructed after these? It must have. Wow, yeah, they're definitely getting used during this drought. We'll see what happens after the drought, if they get recharged or not. But I'm thinking we're going to have to consider... Oh, hello. The drought is over. I didn't realize it was over. I wasn't paying attention because there's no water flowing out of here because I had to fill up the reservoir first. But now that there is... Yeah, see, we're right there on the edge. Whenever it gets up to 12,000, we're good. Like right now, these are going to be charging, but very, very slowly. Actually, no, they're still going down. We're right. We are. When I say we're on the edge, we are like fluctuating back and forth. That's a little frustrating. Oh my goodness, they're so fast to get this stuff built. So now this dude should have his metal blocks to be able to build those statues. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll take him a while because it's just one beaver that is building everything. But that's okay. You can just run back and forth to that right there. Pick up his metal blocks and then go. So let's get these batteries done. And then I believe we'll be ready to call it a day. Well, did I blast too far that way? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10's what we wanted, so that's... I may as well, though, since we have the space for one more, I may as well build one more. Clearly, we could use them. That does have space for one more, yeah? Yeah, it does. So it'll be an odd number on this side, but whatever. We'll bump that down one level priority so it gets built after the other one, which shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, we just got to get these two done, and then I believe we're done for the day. And there we go. Battery in. These look like they are charging. They are, but very slowly. So yeah, we will definitely need to consider some additional power. We could add more back here because this is still flowing pretty fast. So that is one option. We still have a path to get back there, no? No, actually we don't. I guess we deleted that for reasons. Don't know what those reasons were, but let's put that back, because I think that is going to be something that we will definitely want to investigate. In fact, we may as well go ahead and do it. Then they can get down right there. We can run this out right here. And then if we do another set of them right here. So I will need to bring this up. Let's go like right there. And then that means this one will be here. Cool. And large water wheel, and then the other one will go this way. Yeah. So we need 2 more levees right there, and then of course they're gonna need a way to get down here, but we can deal with that. We're also gonna need a way to get them over to this one. So pop that duder in right there. We know we're gonna need a path down like that, and then that way, and then they're gonna need this to go here. Yeah, the water stopped again back here. That's really bizarre that keeps happening. Like, it feels like it. I guess we're getting, because they were moving just a minute ago. I don't really know what's happening, to be honest. It's being strange. That's what's happening. It's being strange. So that's my official viewpoint on it anyway. So let's get rid of these. Prioritize that. And these stairs. That way we know that we're good to go. And they'll never be able to get over there because we never did a path right here. Wait, what? Districts must be separated by a crossing. Oh, I see, I see. This is connected to the wrong district. There we go. Cool. Yeah, this was connected here off of this district. I did not realize that. I'm glad I caught that. Cool. So now they'll be able to come out here and work on this without issue. Oh, if I would have known you could have reached all that, wouldn't have bothered building the stairs. Oh well. It's set now, so whatever. But we don't need those. Thanks, go away. Because they can just clearly come in this way. Goofy freaking beavers. So we will prioritize this one. Lovely jubbly. And then we can unmark those. Wrong button. Cool. And yeah, the water has stopped flowing again. Is it because the depth back here is getting too low and we're actually stopping flow from here? Or is this just not flowing as fast? And it's not enough anymore to keep this constantly moving. I don't know. Without looking at depth gauges, I don't really know. It is interesting though. I love the look of these metal gates. They're fantastic. Just take a moment to admire that. Absolutely beautiful. Well done, whoever made that asset. I really dig it. So yeah, let's get this built real quick and then we'll finally wrap up for today. Cool. We have it all connected now, and we're still not making much power because the water keeps stopping. But when the power is going, we're well over 12,000. When the power's going, when the water's flowing. I just don't really understand what we're seeing here, and why it is doing what it's doing here. It's a mystery to me. I mean, the water's clearly flowing through here. So, yeah, not really 100% on that. But when it is flowing, we're doing good, and the batteries recharge pretty doggone quick. So they're not running on battery for very long. So, in the end, not too bad. We could always expand the batteries if we decided we wanted to go like all the way around the ridge. I don't think I want to do that. I think we have plenty, but good stuff today. We have built a huge completely pointless reservoir with very, very necessary batteries. So I'd say, you know, good day's work, even if we do have some weird things happening down there with the water now. Just not really confident about what's happening there or how to solve it, because it's never been a problem I've ran into. But we'll figure it out. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.